everybody, it's Max and Brian here for IGN.
We did it.
We did it. What are we doing?
We made it to Friday, which is easily in the top 7 days of the week.
Yeah, and then we're going to be doing stuff tomorrow at PSX, because it's Saturday, and that's a fun thing. But if you're not in San Francisco, that's cool. We're playing Uncharted 4 multiplayer beta, which is a thing that's happening right now on PS4. Looks awesome. I mean, it looks like Uncharted multiplayer, but with a grappling hook, basically.
Yeah. I'm all into it.
Team Deathmatch. That's a cool team name.
This beta is available right now for just a few more days, actually. So if you like what you see, you can get out there and get it yourself. Assuming you have access to it, which you will need a television, an internet connection, a PlayStation 4, and at least a hand or a face, however you play your games.
You need probably 2 hands.
2 hands.
You know, I'm always bummed that games don't, or that more things on like menus don't just use one hand. You know, like Netflix should do that. Like you should be able to switch stuff there.
I'm totally with you on that.
How am I doing this? Okay, am I ready to go? Am I waiting for a?
Did you play the Last of Us multiplayer stuff at all?
Like for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Like I did not get into it, but I know it was good.
It was really good. I felt the same way where I was I started playing it and I was kind of like, I get this, I enjoy it. This is going to be a time sink. But you and I are not historically big online multiplayer guys. But you know, we've been playing some Battlefront. There's little games that sneak into that periphery every now and then. But this is Uncharted. I mean, this is a different story. It's a whole different beast.
Yeah.
Philanthropy X360. We got our full team of people here, like Base Dude 06, that was a great year for Base Dudes.
Yeah.
If you bought a base that year, you won a prize.
The Cooties.
Automatic band member.
What should I play with? I'm gonna be kind of a jerk and play with a shotgun first.
Yeah. Wow. Look at that.
I'm gonna play as Sully in a tuxedo because that's the coolest thing I can do.
Alex Trebek. This looks like the beginning of an episode of Guts.
Yeah.
Look at these cool teams.
Their other team looks scarier. I don't know how I feel about that. They look like real bad dudes.
They have it's the face paint. This game looks gorgeous.
Okay, so yep. Hooray! Sully's in great shape. He's gonna be doing some real running. And there's treasure everywhere.
Oh wow!
Come on.
You're not dead yet. You're not dead.
Help me! Help me! Help me!
Nate, help me! Get off the floor, Nate.
All right, there's some stuff over there. Do some somersaults. So apparently if you hit somebody with a grappling hook, it hurts.
Yeah. That's a painful thing to do.
What? I don't know what I'm doing. This is terrible. This is gonna be real bad. Nate, help me! I'm in the water. Help me! Oh, come on. This is upsetting. These guys look like meanies. I don't like them one bit.
What's wrong?
They beat me up. Also, there's magic in here.
So yeah, let's talk about that. This is an interesting little twist on the franchise here. We've seen sort of pockets of that in some of the games of the past. Usually with bosses and stuff, I don't want to give too much away for anyone who hasn't really dove. Is that the word? Dove? Doven?
Divin?
Divot?
Divened?
What's there? Is that? Oh, it's a lemur. Dude, what are you?
You can't shoot the lemurs? I don't know if I like
I thought it was a cat
anymore.
for a second, too.
Just a regular cat?
Yeah. But there's some supernatural stuff in this game, which we did see with some bosses in some Uncharted games in the past. You can check that out on the Uncharted collection. It's on PS4 now. Really gorgeous. Man, that guy's good.
This is a real mess. These guys have been playing. I literally played like the first half of the tutorial before we started doing this, so sorry if I'm ass.
No, it's okay. We're getting a good look at what it's going to be like for most people when they get online and just get wrecked.
Yeah.
Base Dude's just throwing out the hurt right now.
Well, it's a good thing I got a bunch of jokers and all day 53201. Why do you have that many numbers in your handle?
I don't know. But
what is this shooting me with magic? Come on.
If you have numbers in your handle, I'd love to learn about it. Use the hashtag IGNPlaysLive. That's on Twitter. Or head on over to IGN.com, check out the stream right there, and jump in the chat on IGN1. I'm answering questions for that too. So Max and I are just going to hang out for the next 56 minutes and get shot. We're going to try to kill some lemurs, do some magical spells.
I'm going to buy a thing.
Yeah.
I don't know what this does.
Wasulu says...
mystical. I got a mystical.
Just tuned in. You guys liking the multiplayer so far? Yeah, we're into it. This is where it's at right now.
It's gorgeous.
Yeah. It really is.
How do I...
There you go.
I think I just used magic.
You ran away from whatever it was.
Well, I'm very, very hurt. Oh, hey, free money.
Interesting.
$200.
You can find cash on the floor in this game.
Oh, wow.
So you can sustain a lot of damage in this game. it doesn't seem like you're getting... I guess, like, we've been playing a lot of Battlefront. You just get wrecked in that game. You get killed constantly, but... You're still... I mean, you've taken multiple bullets to the old face.
I've crawled around on the ground. This is what I would do if I actually got shot. I would just get on my hands and knees and just creep around like a weird old man in a tuxedo. What did I just buy? Mysterious new thing. Oh, it's a smoke bomb, I think.
So, stupid question, but is there any story in any of this
Absolutely
multiplayer stuff?
not.
Definitely not, right?
What do we got going on here? There's some
Man,
bad boys over here.
Yeah, I really just want to investigate some of these temples. Wow, look at that dude.
Damn it.
Oh, he's a very heavy big boy.
Damn it. Come on. Why does he get to use a grappling hook? That's just not fair.
And then he just left.
Is someone helping me? Is my friend
Are you
coming?
pressing X to
Come
call
on,
for help?
Elena.
Press X to call for help.
Come on,
Or
help,
crawl
please.
for help.
Crawl for help. Come on, seriously, just push the button. Come, really? I came to you. You get points for doing that. You get free points.
Man.
What a mean woman.
A lot of fades to black in this multiplayer. Have you noticed that?
I'm sad there's not more weird trumpets.
Yeah, you don't have a lot of the vuvuzela noises that you get.
Yeah.
I guess that would get old after 100 times. Was that another Sully?
We are the Unsullied.
Wow. I like your Alex Trebek Sully.
He's pretty cool.
It's cool to see a multiplayer shooter with this much kind of mobility, though, you know? You got rope swings, you got climbing up on the stuff. You got this guy who's going to kill you. Wow, a little peekaboo action there. Whoa! Nice! Nice!
Jerk.
You
No
killed
time
that
for
guy
that.
hard.
Press up on the D-pad. Try it out.
I just have a beer? This
Yeah,
guy's great.
dude!
Yeah!
That's great.
That's a pretty good emote. I like that one.
There's a button to just chug a beer.
Yeah.
Sully's a cool dad. Look at this
These
guy
lemurs
lounging out.
really don't care about all
Yeah.
the guns that are going on.
I like that a lot. That lemur is just kind of spread eagle back there.
You know, I learned a
Spread
thing. I
lemur.
was watching the Zoo Books Network or whatever that's called, and they learned a fun thing about lemurs is that if you fire a gun directly at them, they usually don't keep being alive. Come on. What's the
Oh, that was a bad way to go.
What's the karate kick button? Is it square? I need to probably figure that out because I'm bad at
Square.
square. Okay.
Man. Make sure you use the hashtag IGNPlaysLive. Ask us questions. You know, we'll see what we can do in this wonderful, beautiful multiplayer Uncharted experience. I'm a big Uncharted guy. I'm super excited for this game. This looks just
that's gonna
like
be fun.
this looks like insanity right now.
Yeah, this is definitely pretty messy. I can see this being a lot of fun once you get the hang of it.
Yep.
Holy crap,
Wow.
that was nuts.
Yeah.
Oh,
Wasulu says James Bond's dad looks pretty good here, Max. I like that. He's 001. Or 000. What is going on back there? With that magical totem town.
did I throw magic at him? I hate this guy.
Yeah, what is this guy's problem? Dude!
These guys
Oh
are
my
all.
god.
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah, well, I did a cool stunt while I was dying. What? Yeah, I'm not coming back. Yeah, you gotta catch me first, guys. So I guess
It's
I'm.
weird how you can just go to a store.
Yeah. Okay. Next time when they show me that, I'm gonna learn what the descriptions are.
You can bring it up with the touchpad.
Oh, touchpad. Well, I just bought something. Indra's Eternity creates a field of slows along the movie. Hunter sidekick. Oh, cool. Okay, so I can have a best friend who helps me. I have a best friend now too, you see, idiots. Let's go. What? That was a weird little bug there.
I like the idea of a game that you can just find cash running around in the multiplayer.
I lost. Sure did.
29. Oh man, the fight's just gonna keep going after that.
Just punching each other.
The cooties did pretty good.
They always do.
Pedro R. Futt.
No stopping the cooties. Alright, so let's check out the loadout. Maybe I was bad because of that.
Oh, look at that Spizzati. Hey, I had a nice Spizzati.
They all sound like sandwiches except for the
The
I'll
China
have the
Lake?
foul awful.
Do you like China Lake sandwiches? C4, mines, Condor.
24.
File. So we've got all these little perks and things that they all have too. Oh, there's challenges. Can you check those out?
Yeah, sure.
Kill,
it's pretty
KO
basic.
10 enemies with any weapon.
Well, I killed 4 people. That's crazy.
Yeah. Good start.
I wasn't fast enough to save any of my friends, but you know. I probably won't win any matches, but you know, I might have some cool pals. What's the chat saying?
They're hanging out. They're talking about the Game Awards. They're talking about very large woman says this looks like that's a real name. Says this looks like it'd be fun for a night or two, but nothing I can see myself coming back to on a daily basis. Yeah, that's like it's really it depends on what sticks with you, you know? Like if you're into that kind of stuff. I felt the way with multiplayer games in general for a long time about that, but you know, every now and then I'll find something that'll stick and it gives me a reason to keep coming back. To me, it's like it's got to do two things, right? It's got to be really fun to play. It's got that kind of like loop of addictive gameplay to it. And then there's unlocks and cool things that keep you coming back, little trinkets and specialties. This guy just woke up, huh? He's not ready for the job interview today.
I don't know how I feel. So he's Nate's older brother, right? That's kind of the premise.
That just
I don't know how I feel about Troy Baker playing somebody who's older than Nolan North.
Really?
I mean, he's a good actor, but it's just weird seeing them together because they look like kind of reversed when you see them.
Do you know in 2 separate films Sally Field has played Tom Hanks' wife and mother?
That's really weird.
Yeah, acting.
Yeah. I guess so.
This is a interesting set piece here.
This is these all look like a bunch of contractors.
Yeah. They really do.
Damn it. Help. Help. Jim, help me up. Jim. I hurt my my sciatica's at it again.
Pixelfly says, "Can you tell him to freaking use the magic so we can see them?"
All right.
Yeah, we're getting there, Pixelfly. I promise you. We're gonna see lots of magic.
There. That was just a grenade. I don't have the magic. Where's the magic? You gotta earn the magic.
Look at that gross water you had your knee in.
It's all in a day's work when you're a guy like me, a regular Joe.
Oh man, you put that guy down like an old dog. You're getting good at this. You're getting real good at this now.
It's all right.
Here we go. Give that guy a big kick in the neck. Oh man. Oh!
Hell yeah.
Dude!
That's
there
better.
it
That's
is.
better. You
There
want
it
some
is.
magic?
Max Scoville in the building.
Okay, I kind of like the. It'd be interesting to have a. Whoop! Oh, you're my friend. A multiplayer game where all the people crying out are actually really convincing. You know?
Yeah. I always wanted that, like a Call of Duty game where people get shot and their bodies are everywhere and they're just like ah and screaming in pain. Okay,
Help me.
Everything I said.
This is like an Austin Powers move.
Oh.
All right. I got
Okay.
$25 for helping do something. All right, I'll use the freaking magic. Okay.
Yeah, if you help,
I have to earn it. I have to kill.
you get paid money to help a guy get off the floor.
I mean, that's how it works in real life.
Yeah, if you ever see anybody on the floor, go over and help them, and they legally have to give you $25.
Yeah. They should have an app for that. If you fall over, just pull out your phone and be like, I'm tired.
Do you remember they used to have that necklace? I've fallen and I can't get up. Do you remember that?
No.
Really?
Is it a button or is it like a noise or?
What was it?
Life alert.
The
Oh,
life alert.
Yeah,
It was
it was a bracelet.
Yeah, it was like a bracelet or a chain you wore around your neck, or you could just make it a
I
helmet.
got a relic. Oh, come on. Ah, that was close. Did you take my relic? Help. Help.
So how do you feel about this like crawl around for help mechanic?
I think it's hilarious.
Yeah, it's very funny. You see it a lot. It's happening to pretty much everyone. Now you've got multiple Nates. The
Yeah.
Doppelverse.
Too many nades. This is really silly. This is very silly. They all look like the King of the Hill characters in this, like really realistic ones. Just all the drywall kind of sells it.
A What Now says, could you compare this game's gameplay graphics to the other Uncharted games? I'd say graphically it's obviously way better.
This is obviously kind of a stripped down version because it is A, a beta, and B, it's multiplayer. So you
Yeah.
got a lot more moving parts. It's not gonna look as good as the the kind of the full experience.
Yeah,
Because they're not really going for the same thing there.
I totally agree with that. I will say though, I'm not completely floored with how this looks right now. Wow. I mean, this has been a really gorgeous year for video games. So, but you know, this game's not out for a while, so we'll see what happens.
This looks easily on par with what they were doing with like Uncharted 3 in the remastered version.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone's kind of mad about like the fact that the Nathan Drake collection didn't have Uncharted 3's multiplayer, but it's like clearly they don't want to separate audiences. Like,
yeah.
This is kind of the same thing. Like you get in the beta for this if you pre-ordered that, right?
How's the
Or you bought that or something? I don't know.
How does it? Yeah, that's how that worked. How does this feel, sort of mechanically? Does it feel like quicker than you? I know you've been playing through the Uncharted collection recently.
It feels kind of different. Like it definitely doesn't feel like the same overall experience. You know?
Like looser?
Yeah, Master
Ooh,
Downer.
Man, that guy did a sweet move there. Just rolled in, killed you, rolled out. Jamie Madrox85 says, I like how Max totally didn't revive that one guy and just walked right by.
Did I do that too?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought he was a villain or something.
Yep.
Well, it's probably the same guy who did it to me. It's what he gets for abandoning me when I was on the ground.
Mav Synchroid says, hey. Hey.
Hey, what's up?
What's up, man?
How's it going?
Or lady. How are you? Thanks for joining us today.
You guys want to see some magic? Let's do it.
That's a weird thing to say.
You want to see some magic? Let's go find where the bad guys are.
Potato King on Twitter says, how long is the stream going? Also, try to say Irish wristwatch. Irish wristwatch. There, done. Don't ever make me do that again. That was very difficult. The stream's going for the next 43 minutes.
Killing people with ghosts.
Look at that. I like these generic Jason Statham dudes they put in all these games. There's so many of them. You fight one at the bar at the beginning of
Yep, totally.
of Uncharted 3.
I mean, I'm really scared of Jason Statham, so that makes sense. Ah! Ah! Ghosts! Ghosts! Ah! I'll come to you, don't worry. I'll come to you. Wait, come back, please. Don't. Crap, ghosts did it again.
Did the ghost get you?
Yeah, I got bit by a totem pole. Also, I think somebody shot me. Look at this.
That was a sad ending to your tale there.
Yeah. I made some money with my ghosts.
Just crawl into this hut and die.
There's let's see. What am I going towards? What can I? There's not really a lot to climb here, I don't think. Or
I think there is. You just got to get up high enough. Oh, why would anyone go in that little carpet room? There's something funny.
Punch fight! Punch fight!
There's something funny and majestic about everybody swinging their guns at the same time.
Yeah. I mean, it's like those wonderful Counter-Strike fights where everyone's just got their knife out. Like,
yeah. So what kind of projectiles do you have?
Vomit, usual.
Grenades? Snot rockets?
Damn it. Let's see.
Pooping?
I wonder if I can switch guns. Kind of hope that in the regular version, the respawn time is just less.
Yeah.
That's the one thing that really just ruins multiplayer experiences for me is like when I feel like I'm on timeout, because it's like that doesn't really incentivize me like getting back in the game.
Yeah.
Therefore, I never really want to improve.
I'm totally with you about that. There's been some shooters this year that I've been into because of that, where it's instantaneous. I think the less amount of time you're sitting around waiting or angry that you got killed in a cheap way.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm sure it has something to do with like servers and syncing everyone up or whatever, but...
Chess Cave Kala says, is this kind of similar to Last of Us multiplayer? I mean, yeah, a little bit. That was a little stealthier.
That was a lot... I felt that was a lot more like kind of like tower defense-y. Like that had kind of a more... That was weirder.
Yeah.
This feels much more like a kind of a straightforward shooter.
I think Uncharted in general is a campier series, although this one feels like the one that's kind of moving away from that. Like, even looking at the character model on Nathan Drake this time around, somebody in the Podcast Beyond Facebook group pointed this out the other day. Shout out to Podcast Beyond. You should be listening to that every week. That's Max and I's PlayStation show. Nathan Drake looks like a completely different person in this game. Like, it's just a straight up, like, if you hired a different actor to play the same role.
It's kind of incredible.
Yeah, they've gone, like, so kind of very over-the-top realistic.
What? Did he
Wow.
possess my friend? What
Yeah.
happened?
Yeah, he turned your friend into a bad boy.
Wait till my blood grows back. Ah! Ah! Come on. Oh, rockets? Really? Get out of here. No!
Damn. But yeah, if you play the first two Uncharted games, even some of the, a lot of the third, they're very campy, and Nathan Drake in the first one actually looks pretty cartoony. He's got that smirk on at all times. But in Uncharted 4, Nathan Drake just looks like very serious and stern. He looks like someone's uncle that just came back from like a really bad bender at a bar. He's angry and he's kind of grisly looking. And
Yeah.
there's just like a real weight and just terror to his face. I don't know what it is. It's hard to explain. But I think they're moving away from. What are you gonna throw? A sandwich? You do burrito frisbee?
Where are the bad boys?
Check your radar. There you go. You got a whole fight going on back there. Here comes some magic, ladies and gentlemen.
We're gonna make our ghost fight. It's Yokai Watch,
man.
everybody.
You threw a Pokeball. That guy got it real bad.
Yeah, he got shot in the tummy.
While Ghost attacked his mouth.
Poor guy. Not really. He's probably had $300. Being rich.
Rudely Poodly Doodle says, it happened really quick, but did Max get gunned down by an old woman?
Probably. That's what's her face, the bad lady from 3.
Yeah.
Wow, I wasn't the worst. That's cool. That's always nice when I'm not the worst one.
Interesting. We're getting better, which is good.
We're winning.
We're winning, which is what ultimately what you want to do. But as you can see, you can still earn stuff and unlock challenges and cash. I like that incentivized sort of multiplayer stuff that's been happening the last few years, where there's micro challenges going on while you're doing the overall main thing. So even when you lose, you feel like you're chipping away at something kind of bigger, which I'm totally for that. Also, what's really cool about that, which I've noticed with something like Battlefront, which we're both playing, is that it gives me an excuse to try out weapons that I wouldn't normally try out. Like if they're like get 50 kills with grenades, and
Yeah.
I'm not really a grenade guy, I go in and I get 50 kills with grenades. And sometimes it makes me go, hey, now I'm a grenade guy, and other times it makes me go, I never want to use grenades again.
Yeah, my old roommate was really hardcore into Battlefield.
Yep.
And he was very much like he didn't want to mess around. Like it was work for him. Like he'd go in there and he'd be like, I'm working on getting better at the FAL, And I'm like, okay. Like,
Yeah.
So he's forcing himself to play with something that's actually less fun than the stuff that he likes, but he's just trying to like prestige or rank up or whatever.
Yeah, just to understand it. No,
I like that. It makes you really like explore the. And I honestly haven't ever really done that aside from Battlefront, which
Yeah.
is kind of my first time getting into it. I'm
So-
gonna play Zelena.
Let's take a look at these characters here. We got these Warpaint boys on the guy on the right over here. These Team Fortress looking dudes.
They look like Call of Duty bros.
Yeah. Jamie Madrox85 says, I felt like Nathan looks off somehow as well. Yeah, I'm right there with you, man. I don't know what it is, and I'm not mad at it. Like it's not a negative for me. It's just different. It's just like when they switch the moms in between the two Ninja Turtles movies.
I'm kind of like after Last of Us.
April. They switched the moms in Mighty Ducks 1 and 2. I don't know why I got all those films confused. Hey, did I tell you what I did on GameScoop the other day?
Look at that.
About I told you about this,
yeah,
right?
mud puddle fight. Yeah,
The
slimy mud
the
tub.
Ninja Turtles origin story thing.
Well, yeah, you forgot how Ninja Turtles work.
Yeah, I thought that they were real teenagers that fell in the sewer. That was nice. Wow, she's just talking smack about her ex-boyfriend, current boy. I don't know what their
Who cares?
dating scenario
They're
is.
a real mess.
Yeah, I know Greg Miller, who used to work here. You saw him on the Game Awards last night. Used to always have a theory that she would be pregnant and you would get to meet their baby in one of these games. But I don't know if that's happening anytime
Baby
soon.
Drake.
Baby Drake. Their relationship is a mess, Elena and Nate, because I think, like, ultimately, what the message I get from the Uncharted games is that he doesn't care about anyone but himself and whatever he's doing in there. Wow, let's take a look at that. Do you see that? Is that a magic?
He's getting eaten by ghosts.
Wow, that guy's stuck in the wall. You might have to put him out of his misery, dude.
Well, I'm kind of screwed too. Is he stuck in the wall?
Yeah, he's
Help
stuck in
me.
the wall. You got a grenade
Can you
on.
help me? Can you help me anyway? I know you're busy, but come on. We're doing like a weird interpretive
Ladies and
dance
gentlemen,
here.
this is what Nathan Drake looks like stuck in a wall. What's he shooting at?
Technically the inside of a wall is uncharted territory. You're in between molecules and stuff.
That was the Nightcrawler mod that he added. I really wanted a night. I'm really bummed they never made a Nightcrawler movie. Besides that movie Nightcrawler, which had nothing to do with that character.
If they were ever to actually put X-Men in a cinematic universe and do it proper, we would wind up with, there was justice in the world. We'd have a buddy cop movie that was Nightcrawler and Colossus.
Oh man, I would love that.
Because back in the '80s, they were like all about that. It was awesome.
Yeah, no, I would love that. Well, I wanted one where like Nightcrawler is just teleporting into different places, and it's basically like him, just 10 minutes of him showing off his power, and then being like, "This is what it's like to get stuck in a wall," and you know, I'm gonna teleport into the bathroom stall right next to the one I'm pooping in. That guy was mean. Big Globagoo says, the relics you find during multiplayer, is their position randomized or static and always in the same place?
I mean, that's a good way of
checking
it out. I haven't really been paying attention to the relics, which is very stupid.
Yeah, well, we're kind of learning the lay of the land. A lot of lemurs in this game. You see that?
Land of lemurs is...
Lay a lot of lemur land.
Oh, the punch fight was not me.
Oh. What an awful thing to do to somebody.
Kicked her right in the butt.
And he knocked over a flower pot.
What a jerk.
Yuda Noob says, Brian, if you're reading this, I love you, man. I love you too, Yuda Noob. Thank you so much for watching Max and I today. Hopefully you also watched Up at Noon yesterday. If not, that's a show we do every Thursday.
How would they watch something yesterday?
Yeah, you could, I don't know.
How would they?
They could have watched something yesterday.
They can watch a recording of it.
You could go watch the full episode. We do that. We do it live, but you can also... Up at Noon's a weekly comedy variety show that we do here on IGN. You can check that out. The same way you're watching this right now. So, like, if you already figured this out, you're already in. You got through the hardest part. A lot of people can't get past that first hurdle.
I'm a gearhead. I like that they, even if you're just getting your ass kicked left and right, they still are like, what's a cool nickname for these guys? They've been playing the game.
Yep.
Sure, you're a user of the item. Good job.
Cosmo Kramer says, snipers should be hard to use. That's one complaint I have with Halo 5. I feel like everyone can use a sniper and snap off 4 or 5 headshots in a row. Yeah, I mean, like every multiplayer game, you can jump into this beta right now. You can play it. What you're really doing is you're play testing balance issues for the rest of the world in the future. You're going to go in there. You're going to wreck shop. You're going to shoot a lot of guys. And then you're going to get killed a lot, probably by some overpowered weapon that the developers didn't really realize was that bad until it was in the hands of the mass populace. And now you're going to help them nerf it or buff it. Those are the two big words there,
Nerfing
right?
and buffing.
Nerfing and buffing. Buffing and nerfing. Turfing and herfing.
Just throw a grenade or just offer me something. Have some of this. I made deviled eggs for everybody.
Draftmaker asks, what are these ghosts?
They're,
I don't know if he's asking the stream or if there's a ghost in his house. But there is magic in this game. It's
Look at these sad little sick people creeping around.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get totem pole bombs, basically.
Yeah. So I noticed there's a lot of like buckets and stuff that you can kick around.
It's true. It's a good observation, Brian.
Mm-hmm.
You should work in games.
Yeah.
I love a review that was just very like quaint and observant. You know, just be like, there sure are a lot of things on the ground.
Well, it just seems weird. Like most of the environments are static. They're not super destructible or anything from what we've seen so far. But there is a random bucket on the floor here and there that you can kick, or a flower pot. But you can't hurt the lemurs.
That would be upsetting. Oh, you got
He
movie
is.
guy 1983.
Dirty arms.
All right, let's get in there and die again.
Could have gone better.
You're right. Any other questions from the crowd?
Everybody Dance Now says, this is just what I expected it to be like. Can't wait for the full game. Hell yeah. If you're on Twitter, you use the hashtag IGNPlaysLive. If not, head on over to IGN and go to IGN.com/IGN1. That's number 1. And join the chat. We got a bunch of people in there right now. I'm actually signed in as Destin Legary, so I could really wreck that guy's life right now, but I'm not gonna do that because he's a good friend of mine. I went to Japan with Destin last year. That was an interesting experience.
How was that?
Well, he's a very wonderful man, and he's very sweet, and he's got a big heart. But he also he lacks subtlety in a lot of ways. So he was the kind of guy that would walk into a ramen restaurant and be like, "Showimasen, konnichiwa. We are here to eat ramen." And it's like quiet in there. There's a couple of businessmen and like kind of little Japanese girls like quietly spooning ramen into their mouths. and he came in like a wrecking ball, which I love.
I mean, that honestly, that could be like a show over there.
I know.
Where just Destin goes into restaurants and announces his intentions.
Yep.
Can you blow up the cars? I hope so. That's one thing I love in Fallout is how you like. It took me forever to realize that in Fallout 3 that you can just use cars as bombs basically. You just shoot them a bunch and they catch fire and explode and kill everybody.
Yeah. You know what what used to terrify me was did you ever play Left 4 Dead?
A little bit, yeah.
A little bit. So there are cars in that game that like if you were shooting zombies.
Wait.
And
that's weird.
wow.
That's the best. Wow, everyone sucks on my team.
Yeah, that's how that matters.
I always love when that happens.
You're carrying them basically. But in Left 4 Dead, when you shot the cars by accident and the alarms went off,
and those zombies
terrifying.
Were like, yeah, that was always fun.
T Cooley 2005 says, "Not sure I like the crawling around thing when you go down. I think it happens too much. It looks a bit cheesy." Yeah, I'm kind of leaning towards the same feeling on that one.
If you could shoot your pistol at the same time, it'd be kind of cool.
Yep.
Make it interesting.
Yeah, there's something that's other than just like I'm a baby.
Yeah, everyone looks like they just lost a contact. They're just like
they're rutting around on the floor. IL2 Bomber says, "Why does this kind of game even need multiplayer?" Well, that's a very deep question, IL2 Bomber. I think that it preserves the amount of time that you will be inclined to keep a game like this around, and also give you stuff to do after you after you finish the single-player campaign, which you will have to finger with your fingers to beat, because that's how video game controllers work. But a lot of people, they go and they beat an Uncharted game, 10, 12 hours long. Maybe they go back and play it in a harder difficulty. Maybe if you're like crazy into it, you go back and platinum it. That's when you get everything in the game. Just do the ultimate trophy for it. Look at this guy.
Tactical Diaper Dad.
Wow, what a mess.
Kenny Powers.
What a mess of a man this is.
Wow.
What is he wearing?
A tactical codpiece. Is it everybody? Is it? All right.
What? We got a bunch of dad bods rolling out in the field right now.
You like the wraparounds we got going on?
Getting real hungry out here, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set up a real big Weber barbecue grill and just grill out a whole bunch of hamburgers and hot dogs.
Brianna, come back inside now.
Brianna, get on back inside.
Me and your stepmother are going out of the house, and we want you to watch your brother. All right?
You straight up look like Kenny Powers.
Yep. Oh.
Kenny Powers is looking for a hot dog on the floor right now. Help him out, come on.
Would you just look at me? Jerks. So yeah, this is fun, you know? It looks great. I feel like it nails kind of like sort of traditional multiplayer, but rolls in a few pieces of what makes Uncharted good without totally overdoing it in either direction.
I think that's a really, really good way to put it. Like you've got some grappling stuff. You've got some mild, vertical traversal stuff, climbing on walls.
Oh.
You have getting kicked in the ass.
Yeah.
Which is a big part of the Uncharted series. Wow, that lady just really kicking dudes right in the grundle.
Oh yeah.
Whole lot of that. But yeah, it doesn't feel like you're spending the entire time climbing temples, because I don't know if that would necessarily work. But there is some of that, which is pretty cool. Like you can get up here to this vantage point, and
I kind of hope there's a little bit more verticality. You know, that's not a word, but you know, that's not.
That was verticality.
There's some verticality, yeah.
Yeah, that was some reverse verticality.
This map is called Sudden Drop. Not really.
Okay, wait, this is a tough one. Jad Havana Krish 73 says Uncharted 4 or Rise of the Tomb Raider. Who is the coolest archaeologist, Nathan Drake or Lara Croft? You haven't played the new Tomb Raider yet.
I haven't.
But you get it. You played the last one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and actually, you played the new one. You played the some PAX demos and stuff like that.
I feel like Lara. I mean, that's a really good question.
So
they're both terrible because they just kill a bunch of people and blow stuff up.
Yeah, my feeling on this is I think that Lara has more respect for the sort of I think
actually,
she's more respect for the process, right? I think Nathan Drake is more about. I feel like it's based on selfishness ultimately, and I feel like Lara's the kind of person. Wow,
all right.
Kenny Powers springs into stores.
It's my great new breakdancing move. It's called the dunk.
Yuda Noob says that's MacGruber. Yep. See, I don't know. I feel like Lara doesn't necessarily want to kill thousands of people. I think Nathan Drake takes some joy in it. He's kind of sick about that. Nathan Drake's also put so many people he cares about in harm's way for his own selfishness to get some trinket treasure thing that he's going to put in his house, maybe.
Oh, come on. Please
Which
help
is
me.
weird. We've never seen Nathan Drake's house with all the treasures.
I don't think he has one.
We've seen Lara Croft's mansion.
I think he lives in an old boat.
Croft Manor.
There we go.
Don Don the Clown says, I want to be famous.
All right.
Do it, man.
Really?
Yeah.
You sure?
It's a lot. I mean, I wouldn't want to do that. It's a lot of work. You know, it's also you can't go anywhere, people bothering you. And you don't get, it's not all good. It's not just good fame you get. You get a lot of people being like, that guy's awful.
Yeah, you get
Especially
people who
nowadays.
don't like you because you did that.
Yep. You like that hole.
Yeah, I was actually in a Uber this morning. That's a taxi for people who live in less horrible areas. And then I was with our new Alana Pierce, who's IGN's newest employee, who's also my roommate. She lives downstairs in my house. And we were talking about work stuff and, you know, kind of gossiping a little bit. And then he's like, oh, you guys work at IGN? I love IGN. I was like, oh, what did I say?
Yep.
You know, it's always a little bit of paranoia, kind of low-grade fear that you're going to get in trouble for talking.
Did you tell them about the top secret?
I was talking all about the breastfeeding room.
Oh, really?
We really don't want anybody to know about that.
Yeah. Did you tell them about the score room?
The what one?
The score room where we overrate.
Oh, right.
Oh, man! Dude!
Damn it. Please help. Please help me. Please help. You get to, you can just give me $25 again.
You got an assist.
I hope it's not cancerous. You get it?
No.
You said I'm getting assist.
Yes.
I went with I taught you Elysian. It was an Elysian tale.
Cosmo Kramer says that's actually pretty true. That's EA's philosophy behind including multiplayer in all their games, reduces trade-ins. Yeah, we were getting into that a little bit. I think it's like it keeps the game on your shelf for a long time, right? It makes you not want to trade it in because at any given moment they could be like, hey, there's a new map. Hey, there's a new skin. Hey, there's a new way to get killed by a guy on a rope swinging off with the back of an old Egyptian mummy.
Also, in the regular single-player game, there's no button that lets you just chug a beer like a rude sports dad like this.
Which sucks, right? Because I wish that should be a thing.
I like that. What items are available?
Where did he put it behind his hair? I think he put that beer in his old hair.
It's pretty good. Pretty
Wow.
Good. Got a mystical. Ah! Please help me. I'm in the bottom of this endless ravine. Oh, man.
English 43 says, nice hole. I like it. Max likes it too. That's why he keeps falling in that hole.
It's a good hole. They got a lot of different crystals and moss down there. There we go. Yeah, but dabba-doo! He said a cussy word.
I'm a gonna professional. I'm a get her done.
Oh!
dang
Did I
it.
just?
You created a mess. That's what you did.
What did I do? I thought I used ghost powers to do anything. I can't tell what I just did.
How do we do that move? The grab them by the throat and hold a gun in their head thing.
I don't know.
$200 in treasure just on the floor there. Just give money
Did
away.
anybody
over here.
lose this?
Hey!
Oh, wow, what a mess.
Man.
Ropes.
Look at that rope.
It's a realistic rope.
Everybody Dance Now says, what do you guys think about Explosive Narwhals? Is that an indie band?
Oh, they're hugging.
Is that like a beached whale they have
I
to
don't
blow
get
up
it.
to get off the beach?
We're actually, Brian and I are big fans of exploding whales.
It's pretty awesome.
Like, sometimes if we're having a bad day, we'll just get in a conference room and just watch videos of those beached whales that blow up because they're full of weird putrid gases.
I'd say in general we're pretty big proponents of the animal kingdom. All in all, like I like most of the animal kingdom.
Damn it.
Wow.
Wait, 3 KOs left? To what? Oh, I guess it's team deathmatch. So we can just hang out here for like a hot second and we're gonna lose. Because of my dumb team, right?
There's that hole again. Max loves that hole. Gamer 4F165, whatever. It's very long. Says stop using the sniper rifle, please. Close range, you are killing me.
Yeah, I mean, I would love to change my loadout, but I think we gotta just, do we have to switch matches or something? I guess loadout selection.
There you go.
Okay, I'll have that loadout next time we respawn. What did I get? We lost. Is there a man talking to us? Big Dog is talking.
Big Dog 101502. Nice work, Big Dog. You did real good today.
Look at that hot KD right there.
Yeah.
1-1. Like a full-scale replica.
IL2 Bomber says there was a small beer pouch behind his mullet. He was talking, of course, about the Kenny Powers character in this game that we just played as, where Max hit up on the D-pad and he pulled the beer out and drank it and then put it behind his hair. That's a cool thing about a mullet. You can put a whole beer case back there and then cover it up with your weird flaps.
Yeah. I had a mullet briefly. It was
Really?
Yeah.
I can't picture that.
I mean, I wrote a newspaper article about it.
You wrote a newspaper article?
I wrote a newspaper article for my school paper about what it's like to have a mullet, and then the local paper actually bought it.
Bought the mullet
They
or
bought
the piece?
the article.
Oh, nice. What'd you
Yeah.
get paid for that?
Like $100.
You got $100 for an article about your dumb mullet?
Yeah.
What kind of mullet was this? What was so cool about that mullet?
It's real stupid looking. It's like a real dirty looking mullet. Because I had really long hair like down to here, and I just cut it one day.
Uh-huh.
And I cut it like I was gonna cut it completely, but I was like, you know what? Why not take the scenic route?
Yeah.
And so I like did just a real bad haircut.
So what was your article about?
It was what it's like to have a mullet and have everyone around you judge you.
What kind of things did people say to you when you had that?
I got one of the dirtiest looks I've ever gotten in my life from my art history teacher. And I walked into class where she's going to teach this wonderful British woman who talked about paintings. And I walk into class and I'm wearing like a sleeveless flannel. I look like this guy. I was wearing a sleeveless flannel shirt, and I sit down. And I'm just like,
Sleeveless?
yeah, I mean, I'm not going to wear like a polo with a mullet. You know?
Oh, so you played up the whole look.
Yes.
Oh, got it. All right.
I was wearing like a Judas Priest shirt or something, and I just sit down, and she just gave me this look like I just killed a pet while shouting a racial slur. You know, like it was just.
Yep.
She was just like, "Who are you, and why are you in my class?" And I felt awful about it.
So then you went home and wrote this article?
I kept it for a little while longer.
You kept the mullet or the article?
The mullet.
What eventually made you cut it?
I didn't like people hating me for having a bad haircut. And I wanted to look like I had books in my house. Yeah, that's the thing that happened. I don't know.
Good call.
Yeah, but anybody who's ever says I'm not a journalist,
What'd you spend that $100 on?
I don't know, probably sodas or something. What do you buy? What do you buy with $100? I don't know.
I mean, when you have a mullet, you buy sodas.
Apparently.
Whee! Kharsh07 says, keep hanging from a swing rope, surprise land on someone from the rope, and melee them.
Can you do that?
Yeah, we could totally do that, but, you know, all the planets have to align for that to happen. Moon11Men said, did you guys see Greg win last night? Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Max and I both texted him about that.
Yeah, I texted him. I was like, don't you hate it when you get a whole bunch of texts all at once? Isn't that annoying? Oh, come on.
Oh, well, you held onto the rope like a dead puppet.
That's how I do it. That's how I go off rope swings.
Kharsh07 says, see how long you can survive just hanging from a rope lasso. We kind of just did that. It didn't go well, but we can try it again.
That was because I held the... I didn't jump.
All right, this is rope stunts with Max and Brian, featuring Kharsh. We ready?
Whee!
Yay!
Whee! Whee!
You're doing good. I love everyone's battling over there. You're just swinging on the rope.
Whee!
This is awesome.
Waterfall! Oh, this is hilarious.
Wow. That guy's looking at you like, this is the worst day of my life. Why did I pick this guy on my team?
Are we doing it together? Is he gonna do it too? Are we
I
both
think so.
doing it? Oh
I
no,
think so.
he got over it. He's not.
I like Kenny Powers just running into that big mouth.
Did you see that? There was an article that somebody did about where they decided to play GTA Online as somebody who was a mime.
No.
So they became a mime, and they just would go up to people and like emote and just do like weird gestures and stuff. And initially they'd get killed a lot. Somebody's probably really mad that I'm still doing this, but I think it's really funny. And it was like eventually he met somebody who was like really down for him being a mime and was just like hanging out with him and playing basically. But there's just these two people who are like, get out of the thing. We're just like becoming friends. Like the fact you can do performance art in an online game is kind of insane.
Yeah. Eco the Rayman says, Brian, if you say feds on air right now, I'll quit rapping. Eco, I don't want you to quit rapping. I want you to rap forever. The world needs more rap. That's how that works.
I like rap.
Yeah, and I did say feds in that sentence and the one I just said right there. But if you want to isolate the sound and use it in one of your samples, feds.
Feds.
There, he said it too. But do not quit rapping.
Feds.
We need more rap. Rap rules.
Rap is if you have to read an article and listen to a song and you don't have time for both and you want to do the same at the same time.
Yeah.
True story.
Klein Drive says, do we think the two guys with face paint are the villains of this game? I've never seen them before. I don't know, but I wish that was the name of them. The two guys with face paint gang.
The face paint gang.
Clown boys.
Tactical juggalos. I'm just gonna crawl in my cave.
Oh,
wow.
Man.
There, I killed
What?
one of my... Did you try to come down to hell? That's so sweet. Thanks,
Oh,
Elena.
that was actually really cool. You can trick people into suicide in this game.
Yabba dabba do.
Just a few minutes left here on the stream. If you're over on IGN1, pop into the comments. Ask us questions. We will answer them on air.
Yeah, we're having a good time.
Just like Jod Havana Krish73 says, Tarzan or Mowgli?
Oh, that's tough. They got both those movies coming out next year, right? There's a Jungle Book, and I think there's also a Tarzan.
I feel like there's
There's
always
like a Chris Hemsworth Tarzan, I swear. Unless
like-
I dream that.
I feel like there's always a Tarzan.
Not that I dream about Chris Hemsworth or anything.
I'm sure. Not at all. I gotta go with Mowgli. Mowgli has the talking bear friend.
That's true.
Like,
Anybody who sings with animals is pretty good.
Tarzan's friends with gorillas, right?
Yeah, Tarzan's friends with gorillas. I don't know what he does with other animals. I'm sorry, I gotta wipe my nose.
It's okay.
I have a sniffle. This is a real Let's Play we're doing right now. It's the man blowing his nose.
Moon11 Men says, guys, what the hell's going on with Konami and Kojima?
Okay, so the whole thing was Kojima would have won like Game of the Year, Best Man in Games, or whatever.
Best action
adventure,
action game.
Best game where you can drop a horse out of a helicopter, or whatever.
And he was not allowed to get on a plane and fly to LA to accept his award. So Kiefer Sutherland had to accept it for him, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, that's what Jeff Keighley said. You remember that time they revealed the Phantom Pain, but they said it wasn't a Metal Gear game?
Yeah.
And that other time when Jeff Keighley interviewed that guy who pretended to be the guy behind that not Metal Gear game?
Yep.
Who was dressed like a mummy? Like, do you remember that? Because I know that Kojima and Keighley are pals, and honestly, like, I feel like weirder stuff has happened, you know?
So you think it was all a ruse? It was pretty big shots fired. Like, the entire crowd, the entire stream watching, there was no way to look at that like this is all part of a ruse. I mean, I'm totally open to that theory. It just felt like...
Kojima is such a weird dude. Like,
Yeah.
do you remember that time they marketed Metal Gear Solid 2 with the idea that you'd be playing a snake, and then you didn't?
And you didn't.
That
Yeah.
was, like, 15 years ago.
Yeah. No, you're right. And then the entire path to Phantom Pain was tricky and disingenuous, and ended up with us getting one of the best games of the year.
Yeah. I mean, like, I love Phantom Pain so much. It feels unfinished. It feels kind of weird. There's always that off chance that this is all part of Kojima's plan. There's the other chance that Konami realizes how much money that game makes and decides to be like, hey, come back. And there's also the chance that this is all totally true and legit, and we never get another Kojima-driven Metal Gear game again, you know?
Which I'd be really bummed about, especially after getting so into...
I don't know. I want to see him do something else.
I do too. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what's gonna happen with this franchise right now.
I feel like he wanted Phantom Pain to be something else.
Yep.
Come on. Yeah.
Zivy19 says, Brian and Max, you guys are going to be in the PlayStation Experience. That's right. PSX is happening right here this weekend in beautiful San Francisco, and Max and I will be in the building, running around the show floor, meeting fans, shaking hands, doing hugs, and shooting videos.
Dirty.
Get real crazy. We're going to eat a whole bag of nachos. Probably not. I don't really eat a lot of food at these things.
I need a nacho.
I love nachos in general, but... IL2 Bomber says, this is fun to watch. I don't even own a PS4. Game looks fun. Hell yeah.
No, it's good. I
That's what we're here for, man.
wish I had more time to get better at it, you know? Yeah.
Yeah, I can comfortably say that where we are now in the sort of timeline of video game consoles, that this is you can jump in on a PS4 right now and be really good with a lot of good games.
Oh yeah, totally.
Totally.
No, it's we're absolutely at that point where there are good games, there are disappointing games, and there are great games,
Yep.
and there's a lot of games. You
Yeah.
know, there was that period where you had a PS4 and you're like, well, I guess I'll play a high-res version of a game that came out last year,
Yeah,
or
I think even a year ago, I don't.
Netflix.
Yeah, even a year ago, I wouldn't have been like, run out and get a PS4 right now. I mean,
Yeah.
I did, you did, obviously, because we're we don't value money. But I also, I played 10 hours of Knack at the PS4 launch. Like, I just did everything I could to play. Yeah, I know.
I'm so sorry.
I know. Hey, well, like, I'm a sucker for console launches. Like, I really am. Like, I make... It just happens every few years. Same thing with handhelds. And I make very dumb, irrational money decisions. But, it's just part... I just get swept up in all that. Like, I bought an Xbox One, I bought a Wii U, I bought a 3DS, a Vita, every one of those on launch day. And, you don't always have the best...
Sometimes buying things is fun, you
Yeah.
know? Like, that sounds really stupid, but, like, sometimes having a new toy is as fun as the new toy.
Yeah.
I mean, I bought a Vita at launch, and I use it, here and there. Like, I'm not glued to it.
Yeah.
I feel like I wasn't ever fully glued to it, but I always really liked it as a machine.
Totally.
I played some great games on there. I feel like I got my money's worth,
Yep.
I paid, $250, what, 3 years ago?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah, that's cool. But it's like, I mean, there's something about being an early adopter, too. You won! Moat Sauce.
Yeah, Moat Sauce was doing a good job there. Getting really dirty in there with Riley 1542. Real exciting time.
Jamie Madrox85 says, hey, Brian, are you or Max going to PAX South? We are not currently going to PAX South. That could change at any given moment. You
Yep.
never know with things here at IGN. We'll just walk in one day and they'll be like, hey, Brian and Max, you're going to PAX South. And we're like, cool, when's that? And they're like, tomorrow. And we're like, all right.
That does happen sometimes.
That happened with you with Germany, kind of, right? Where they were just sort of like, hey, we might think of maybe, and then all of a sudden you were in there. And I was on the fence for that for a little while, and I was kind of like, please don't send me. I've gone on so many trips this year. I'm tired.
They didn't send you to Paris Games Week, right?
No, they didn't send any of us to Paris Games.
Okay.
We have a UK team that covered it from there. You and I did a live show out of San Francisco to cover Paris Games Week.
That's right.
Which is a lot easier. I did
Yeah.
go to Paris for my honeymoon. That is an amazing place to be.
Yeah.
But we did a lot of travels this year. We went
Yeah.
to pretty much every
Yeah,
convention.
no, it was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Really exhausting at times. I mean, this is my first year at IGN.
Yeah.
That's kind of crazy to think about. Like, I've been here for almost a year, and that's... Wait, actually, yeah, this is like, I've been here for exactly...
It'll be a year next month.
It'll
right?
be 11 months tomorrow.
Wow.
Yeah.
What's what's the date? What's today? The 4th, 5th?
The 4th, yeah. So I started on January 5th, and,
Hey Max, do you know what's happening in 13 days?
they're making a new Star Wars film.
They're
We're going to
doing-
find out what happened to Luke Skywalker and
Yep.
his good friend, Chewbacca. And
That looks
they're
like.
in
Can
a-
you go back? That old Sully looked kind of like Harrison Ford with his earrings.
Did they convince Harrison Ford to take out the earrings for Han Solo?
I hope not, because I'm totally down with like an old.
Han
I don't
Solo
care
would get an
anymore.
earring.
Yeah, he would. He totally would.
I lost a bet on Nar Shaddaa.
Um,
Chewie had to do it with a safety pin. He got off on Ugnaught.
Moon 11 Men says, "Man, that speech Reggie gave about Iwata got me right in the feels. Any thoughts on the speech? I thought it was fantastic. In general, I've been sort of critical about the Game Awards in the past because I felt it was a little too much like Spike TV,
Yeah.
like
I know that
this
Keely's
is
been-
man's world.
Keely's been pushing against that, trying to really just kind of do something that's genuine and like.
Yeah, and you know
legit.
what? Honestly, he put together a great show. It was classy, it was respectful, it was fun and goofy when it needed to be. It still had kind of like a little rough around the edges stuff with the way the sponsorships and stuff were handled, but all in all, like I thought it was a great show. And Reggie's speech about Iwata was fantastic. Showed how close they were and showed how important it was to have somebody like Iwata working for Nintendo through as long as he did. A visionary, a game designer, a programmer, a guy, an artist who's all these things in one, and that's so rare. You're not gonna be able to find that again. It's irreplaceable to get somebody like that. So
I mean, I think at face value we get to like basically goof around and play video games, talk about them, sometimes give critical feedback, but I love this industry so much because it is the combination of art and technology.
Yeah.
You know? Art, entertainment, and technology. It's people who are making weird, cool, new stuff to make people happy. You know, it's like it's such a really interesting intersection of types of people. I didn't watch the Game Awards last night because I was hanging out with my friends from Necrophone Games who make Jazzpunk, which is just actually announced for PS4.
Yep.
And I had them over for eat dinner and we watched Alien and just talked about Ridley Scott for 2 hours and it was awesome, you know. And I'm like, these are guys I never would have met if I didn't, get involved with games, you know. And it's like that's
and there's something
it goes
special
that way
about
with fans too. Like I'll meet really interesting people who just, games are a shared interest.
They just become part of your lives forever.
Back here.
It was cool, like on a personal level, watching the Game Awards and being like, hey, that's John Minyoki. He came on our show.
Yeah.
Hey, that's Jeff Green. I love him.
Yeah.
Hey, that's Gary Whitta. He's a friend of mine.
It's a small industry.
He wrote a Star Wars movie. Like, it's just so cool to be like, I've worked with these people for years. I respect them. I look up to them. I look across to them. I look down on them.
Yeah, I found out an old friend of mine
Diagonal.
actually works on this game, on Uncharted multiplayer.
Yeah.
Vinit Agarwal. How's it going, man?
That's awesome.
Yeah. No, he was tweeting about it, and I was like, wait, and I clicked on his profile on Twitter, and I was like, oh, you're involved with this. That's really neat. And I knew him when he was in college, you know. So.
Beer Brewer 32 says, "Do you guys get tired of talking about video games?" Not really.
Yeah, totally.
I mean,
sometimes.
I don't. The thing is, you and I, like when we do Up at Noon, we talk about video games for 10 minutes, and then we talk about Star Wars, and then we talk about movies and music and pop culture and Danzig and all this other crap.
I like to talk about media. I like to talk about fiction. That's really kind of it, is fiction.
Yeah.
You know, I like fantasy. I like anything that isn't reality.
Yeah.
Nice change of pace.
Yeah, and I feel like I might have gotten bored about talking about games in a different time, like maybe in the 80s or 90s or something like that, when there was less of them. But now games are so many different things to so many different people. Artistically, they are everywhere and all over the place.
Yeah.
Narratively, they're all over the place. So it's kind of cool to be like, like last night, the Game Awards, there were Witcher 3 and Her Story.
I was
were both
just going to
nominated.
say that. I was just going to... Like, the fact that these are both games, and some people are going to get mad, and like, one of these is not a game. And it's like, well...
Well, so I was thinking about it this way, right? Because I know some people were upset that Witcher 3 it's more of a game because it's got hundreds of hours of dialogue and stuff like that. But I went and saw The Good Dinosaur over the weekend, which is that new Pixar movie. And there's like Pixar always shows like a 5-minute short before a movie. And I actually liked the short more than the movie itself.
That happens a lot, you know. There's a bunch of their stuff.
Like before Wreck-It Ralph, which I thought was a great film, was Paperman.
Yeah, Paperman is I thought way more.
Paperman's awesome, right?
Yeah.
So Paperman's kind of like Her Story, and Wreck-It Ralph is The Witcher 3 in that, just because something is way longer, way bigger, way more written or produced doesn't necessarily mean it's better. Like Uncharted 4's multiplayer might be more fun to you than the single player. Single player might take you 15 hours to beat, but you might play a match or two in 10 minutes of this and have a better time. So more of does not necessarily equal better than.
Yeah.
Not at all. So I think that gamers need to kind of get out of that mentality a lot. We don't do that with pretty much anything else. Like a movie isn't better because it's longer. Books aren't better because they're longer. So yeah, just get that in your heads. And help
Speaking of
help
things
move this forward.
being longer or better, we got to wrap this stream up.
That's right. Spectral says, "Give me a job." Someday you will have a job. Do you want a job here?
Go out there and make yourself a job. You know.
Yeah, get yourself a job,
like
dude.
if you have a smartphone or a laptop, like go out there and start making stuff. You know? Make your own videos. You can push
build your own website.
that button.
Yeah.
On your PS4.
Build your own website. Start writing. Start streaming. Create your own YouTube channel. Go on Twitter. Be positive. Be awesome.
Sorry, I said the wrong button. Push the share button.
Push the share button.
Don't push the options button.
You're going to shut off your PS4, and that's going to throw the whole thing down.
Or you're going to pull up the menu and you're going to die.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Brian Altano. This is Max Scoville. We are just wrapping up here.
What's up?
Don't go anywhere because we've got Xenoblade right after this.
Oh, yeah.
Got it.
Xenoblade.
And if you like, speaking of really, really long games, Xenoblade is coming up next. Our own reviewer, Jose Otero, he put 35 hours into it before he got the mech that was on the cover of the game. I think he's like 70 hours deep into the game now. Every time I see him, it's another 15 hours. I don't even know where he finds the time. So a huge, massive, gorgeous open-world RPG available on Wii U today. Our review is going up this afternoon, but you can check out more on the stream right now. So I'm Brian Altano. This is Max Scoville. You can follow me on Twitter at Agent Bizzle. You can follow Max at Max Scoville. You can follow IGN, which you should for all your video game news, and Uncharted 4 beta available right now. Go check it out on your PS4.
Press X to call for help.
That's right.
Press share to get a job.
And press up to drink a beer and put it behind your mullet.
Yep, let's do that.
Thanks for watching. Stay tuned. Do not go anywhere. Get comfy. We love you.